Hi, my beautiful Taurus. This is your August 2018 reading. We are in eclipse season, and you are one of the four signs who are most affected by the eclipses because the eclipses this season are in fixed sign and they are accelerating our growth path. Specifically for you, they're accelerating the growth in the work and the family sector. You are bringing the season of eclipses to a close in August. No matter how we start the month, no matter how you feel today, this month promises to end on a happy, creative, and romantic note. Let's dig in. This is going to be a little bit of a long reading because we have a lot to cover, but I'll put the timestamps in the comments so you can come back over the month to go over the specific sections of the reading. We ended the month of July with the longest eclipse of the century at 4° Aquarius, focusing on your work house, throwing a light on your career, work, reputation, probably highlighting what you don't want to continue in future with you from your work sector. What would you like to change at work? Probably you'd like to get more leadership position at work, and the current job or the current way of functioning at work is not allowing you to do that. The eclipse would have highlighted that. Full moon bring about culmination, endings, completions, but this full moon was accompanied with south node, which hints towards giving up some sort of patterns which are not serving you. This phase is calling for your natural patient self, Taurians. Effect of this would be felt over the next 6 months. The Taurians with planets between 0 to 10° Taurus are most affected by this eclipse. So if you're a Taurian sun born between 22nd of April to 30th April would get tangibly affected by the eclipse of 27th of July. The eclipse of 27th of July continues to manifest during the month of August, and most of this effect is felt in August, while the effect continues to trickle down over the next 6 months. You are looking to get more empowered at work as Mars gives you the courage to stand up for yourself, and Uranus is giving you the desire to do something different. Uranus just entered your sign in early May when you had your new moon as well. So you have been feeling the little ripples of change coming, egging you to break free. If you are an early Taurian, you would have felt them tangibly, as the cycle of Uranus in your sign is to get you out of your comfort zone. It's a 7-year cycle. Early Taurians feel them now, but none of us have ever lived through Uranus and Taurus in our lifetime because of its 84-year cycle. So the last Uranus and Taurus happened 84 years back. Combine that with the fact that Mars came closest to Earth in a decade, and Mars, the planet of drive, went in reverse gear in your work sector as well, questioning you, asking you how to focus your drive. Are you spreading yourself across too many projects which are not serving you? What kind of work you should be in, what kind of work you should be expending your energy on, and how much. And this restlessness and impulsiveness of these two planets work together in hard aspect, egging you, urging you to make a change at work. If you are one of those who saw this coming because of knowing the effect of Uranus in your sign, or knowing the last eclipses that have been in Leo and Aquarius over the last 2 years, and already took some steps to change something proactively at work, you would have seen further empowerment of that, further proof that you needed to make those changes during this cycle. But for the rest of us, and especially for the earlier Taurians, you would have felt a shock wave, maybe a wave of high dissatisfaction in terms of where you are. And that trend continues towards the first week of August, when Uranus and Mars continue to be in tight square or hard aspect with each other. They will continue to do this dance till mid of September, till when this aspect is live. But first week of August is when that is strongest. But due to planet retrograde, this backward movement of planet causes these changes to be more invert. So instead of manifesting outward at work sector, in your reputation in the world, you see more of an internal buildup of courage, internal urge to change, the will to change. The physical manifestation of this urge and will to change will come about only in September, when the planets will be moving direct and Mars will revisit the eclipse point towards the end of September. As I said, the Taurans with planets between 0 to 10 degree, born between 22nd April to 30th of April, would have felt that eclipse more tangibly. But to all of us, the desire to do something different and focusing our energies more on work, flurry of activity at work. Are you spreading yourself too much across different projects at work? How should you use your drive more efficiently at work? All of those themes will exist for most of the Taurans, but the whole axis is activated for the last time for the next 19 years. The eclipses in Leo and Aquarius along with the nodes will only happen next time after 19 years. So opposition of work is home or family. So when a full moon happened in your house of work, something in your family also might have acted up. Some flurry of communication, some issue that needed your attention at work, at home, might have come up, whether it's in your house of living, whether it's with your mother, your parents, or at the fundamental level, some dissatisfaction in your emotional fulfillment. Those trends might have come up. As we start the month, Sun is in Leo, our house of family, our source of joy, your home. And when Sun is shining its light on that, that's where the focus for most of the month will be. See, Taurans, for the next 2.5 years, starting from 2019, your focus is going to move towards higher mind, higher learning, getting new talent, getting new skill set, learning something new. So the focus will be on higher realm. Right now, you're trying to fix, in a run up to 2019, your work and family sector. Where do you live? Where do you work? How do you live? How do you work? Those axes through this last set of eclipses in Leo and Aquarius during the month of August and July are trying to make your home life and work life most efficient and at the level that you want it to be. And that's the energy of the start of the month. As we start the month, apart from the urge to change the type of work that you're doing and being more efficient at work, you have the Sun and Leo focusing on work or focusing on your family, coming in combination with North Node again for the last time in 19 years in your fourth house of family. This is over the top, even rule breaker energy, giving you an increased urge to do something for your home. While the full moon brought about the light on your work sector, this aspect of Sun combining with North Node, continuing from the eclipse to the first week of August, will be egging you on, pushing you towards maybe moving to a new house, fixing something in the house, improving something in the house, buying something for your mother, doing something new for your mother, towards some fixed high expense like a car or a boat. If you have children, then for the children, this focuses on small junior school education. It could be a very strong desire to manifest something in your family life. We are moving from Cancer season of I feel to Leo season of I will. So the urge to do something is very strong, Taurus. Sun in Leo pushes you to work hard at home. A wave of this energy is coming towards you and a build up to the 11th of August eclipse. Now, between this, away from the eclipse on 6th of August, Venus, your ruler, moves into Libra, where it's very strong. Libra is the sign that Venus rules, and Venus is very comfortable in that. Last month it was in your love sector, but in Virgo it becomes too analytical. Venus in Libra gives you a very good vibe. It makes your work sector work better. So all this negative energy that you were facing at work, maybe Mars was causing some conflicts at work, Venus soothes that. The series of aspects that follow starts helping you get there. Just check yourself, but a reminder comes while this aspect is there, trining Mars between 6th and 9th of August, and Venus is in your work sector for most of August, helping you create a positivity with your co-workers. But check yourself. In the effort of not creating any conflicts with your co-workers, are you compromising your higher goals, your learning goals? Because Saturn is sitting in your 9th house of higher goals and education, of higher education and self-improvement. So if you have any of those trends getting compromised, 9th of August, Saturn comes and hits your Venus in a square aspect, which is a hard aspect, reminding you to stay honest to your path. Do not take the weakness of partnership as something that you should be compromising your goals for. Venus in Libra loves to work together in partnership, and that's required to some extent. I'm not asking you to cut cord with people who you're working with, but Mars in Aquarius has a lesson for you. It's asking you to stand out at work. It's asking you to claim your place at work. So Venus in Libra in your work sector, becoming too chummy with your co-workers, compromising your goals, is not going to be the way to go. So 9th of August is a reminder in that direction. It's a great energy also to exercise and take care of your health, start a health regime if you're looking to do that. Venus in 6th plus Jupiter, which is now direct in 7th house of partnerships. Jupiter had been going backward in your sector of partnerships since March. So things that were supposed to come to you in form of blessing in your partnership sector, marriage sector, business partnership sector were so far held more internally in terms of you analyzing what do you want in partnership. Now when Jupiter started moving direct last month, slowly the energy is coming in your favor in terms of partnerships and marriage sector. It can be a very popular aspect combined with Venus in 6th. Enjoy this energy, enjoy the attention that you're getting, because the manifestation of it again will only come in September, because at this time you are more looking to review what you want in a relationship. A lot of planets, 6 planets are going to be retrograde this month. The energy is more inward versus outwardly manifesting romance. Now let's talk about the 11th of August eclipse. That is the highlight of the month. Now the 11th of August solar eclipse comes with 2 key aspects which are happening as a build up to the eclipse. The first aspect is a hit of lucky energy. Sun in your sector of home and family gets hit by a square with Jupiter, the planet of expansion in your relationship sector. So Jupiter is throwing its positive expansive light on your family sector, giving you peace, giving you happiness, giving you a lucky period if you're looking to acquire something new for your family. It brings out a lucky break there. The downside of it, because it's a square, it's a hard aspect, is that it can go a little bit over the top. Sun in Leo can already go over the top in terms of positivity, ego, drama, over exaggeration of value of things. So when Jupiter touches that, you might be getting over optimistic about something that you're going after. You might see it better than it is. You might also over promise things. Don't go overboard. Don't chew and promise more than you can deliver or swallow. So just be careful on that, especially when it comes to outlay of cash in terms of buying for your family. You need to be careful about that. The second aspect, which is also live during the eclipse, is Sun comes in conjunction or in combination with the planet of communication, Mercury, on 8th of August. Now this aspect will continue till the eclipse as well. Now planet of communication has been in your house, in your sector of family, place of living, fixed assets that you're planning to buy for your family for the last month and a half. Normally the Mercury only stays in a particular sector for 3 weeks. It's a fast moving planet, but because it started moving retrograde, you got the gift of 2 months of thinking about your family, rethinking, debating, asking questions, going back and forth on what is coming new in your family sector through the eclipse of 11th of August. So this flurry of activity makes this eclipse less of a surprise ahead of time. The 11th of August is not going to come as a surprise, because you would have discussed it to death. You would have thought about it to death. You would have gone over it over and over, reworked probably the paperwork, the thinking, the work on it, how to go about, who to go to, etc. All of that ahead of time. So when on 11th of August, new moon partial solar eclipse comes at 18 degree of Leo, you come with an awareness, you come with an intelligence, you come with a lucky aspect to it. It affects 14 degree to 24 degree of Taurus the most. So if you're a Taurus sun born between 8th of May to 18th of May, you are affected the most. And if you have any planets, sun, moon, or your ascendant is between 14 degree to 24 degree of Taurus, it will manifest tangibly in form of something coming about in your home sector, in your family sector to you. It could be a new house, it could be a relocation, it could be motherhood, it could be something new with your mother, it could be a fixed asset in form of a vehicle that you're buying. So that's a new start that you're experiencing, and it will pan out over the next 6 months. But for the first 1 or 2 months, you'll feel the tangible effect of it. Details, even after so much of discussions, might not be clear because Mercury is still moving backward, because it's squaring Sun and it's squaring Jupiter, and it's all in Leo sign. Drama could come with it. There could be an over-the-top energy with it. But don't worry, details will fill in. It's not going to take a long time. By the end of the month, details will start coming in. Just wait to sign anything till the end of the month if you can, till 26th of August specifically. Careful about any heart related health issues. If your mother has that or you have it, just take care of it, because eclipse point can make the heart related issues more sensitive. We are not it doesn't happen to 100% of the people, but if you have a blood pressure or a heart issue existing, or with your mother you have that, then just take extra care of yourself and your mother. Be careful of going over the top, overindulgent in food as well during this time, which the cycle can encourage you to do. Now, for a very small set of you, probably born between 8th to 13th of May, between 15 degree to 18 degree of Taurus, last eclipse in August 2017 might have brought about some loss or a closure or something going away from you, under whose loss you might have been reeling for the last 1 year. This eclipse provides a healing energy to those small set of people. As new moon is squaring you, it comes after a lot of work, effort, headaches, strives even, but moon in Leo with Jupiter gives a lot of joy. To some extent, it gives you a inkling and awareness of what makes you happy. This cycle of Uranus, where you're looking inward for a change, it's important to note what's lifting your spirit, what's holding you back in shackles, what fills your cup, what does not fill your cup. Your normally grounded sign gets a boost of grandiose, over-the-top energy from Leo, but make use of all these retrograde planets, try to figure out what works for you, what does not. Have that awareness cultivated for yourself. Mercury going backward in your 4th house of emotional fulfillment is all about creating awareness of what does not fill your cup. You need that before Uranus goes full steam ahead in your sign in 2019, because it will bring about changes. It will rock your world over the next 7 years, slowly, depending on the degrees that it goes over in your sign. You need to know what you want to change ahead of that. Otherwise, you'll be hit with a bolt of lightning or unawareness. So use this cycle, all the Mercury retrogrades this year. The first one, which happened in April, March. The second one, which is happening now in the month of August. The third one, which will happen in November. They're all happening in your psychological houses. They're all trying to help you think back on what you need to be emotionally fulfilled. So when Uranus comes in 2019, you have a sense of it. You have an awareness of it. You're not going into it with your eyes closed. So that was the highlight of the month, the 11th August eclipse. Now let's talk about what happens after the eclipse. 12th of August, Mars dips into your 9th house of goals, higher education, philosophy, travel, foreign lands. All that expands your mind and views. Mars is joining Saturn and Pluto there, trying to help you get that certification, kickstart your studies, reform your goals, so you can go at the right things, after the right things at work, versus spreading yourself too thin in terms of your drive. It's there to bring, it's there for about a month. So when Mars moves in the direction of your work sector again in September, you have had your dose of knowing in terms of what you want to do, in terms of your future goals. You've had a break in terms of a travel, maybe you're more fulfilled in terms of what you want to do, and reworking of that. It might involve reworking of some of the goals that you might have put forth yourself in mid of May. If you're a student, then this would require you to work really hard on the higher education that you're going after, because Mars is the period of working really hard, putting all your effort into your higher education. Let's look at the tide turning after the eclipse, and the second half of the month, as I said, is going to be completely different. Within a week, 19th of August, Mercury goes direct and your communication with your family becomes much easier. In August, and it will revisit the eclipse point. That is a good time to sign something, not during the eclipse. It's a good time to sign something after 26th of August if you can wait till then, because Mercury, right after going direct on 19th of August, it makes a trine with Venus, your ruler, making it even more pleasant. The family discussions, the interaction, the thinking, the emotional fulfillment, all of that gets soothed with Venus. It would take a week after Mercury going direct. Then combined with that, on 19th of August, we have a very lucky aspect. I talked about it a bit in last month. It was live during May. Jupiter goes in trine for the last time with Neptune for the next 150 years. This aspect, this very rare aspect, a very lucky aspect, will not be repeated for the next 150 years. It also happened in May, but at that time Jupiter was retrograde, it was moving backward, so its blessings were held back. Now Jupiter is direct in your partnership sector, in your committed partnership sector, both work and business partnerships. It's direct in that, and Neptune, the spiritual planet, gives and bestows its blessing on it. That happens exactly on 19th of August, although the energy is right between 11th to 25th of August. You can take it as being in loose aspect for most of the month. This is a very excellent energy for partnerships. Neptune is also retrograde right now, so there are no illusions involved anymore, which was the case in the last aspect. No illusions right now in terms of what you're seeing in the partner which is coming into your life right now. Neptune in 11th going retrograde might have also brought about some truth of some friend of a social circle that they were not showing their true self to you so far. So you might had to let that person go. This aspect also brings healing in that regard. Now, this positive aspect specifically is positive for 12 to 18 degree Taurus, or for Taurians born between May 5th to 12th of May. That specifically benefits you. Now, Venus is trining you, it's adding charm to you. So, if you're doing anything at a larger scale, if you're interacting with a large number of people in a social setting, or you manage clients and you have a clientele, Jupiter expands your clientele. Venus trining you adds to your charm with your clientele. Neptune in 11th makes your clientele go after you like a bee after honey or something. I mean, it's such a charming energy. If you're working at a larger scale, this is going to really help you. It perfectly jives with the fact that you have done the work on your emotional houses of knowing what you want and how you accept love, how you fulfill yourself, with the new moon there and the Mercury which has been chipping away there for the last 2 months. Now, followed by that, Sun moves to Virgo on 23rd of August, to your house of love, creativity, children. I don't think we have to beat about the bush there. You know what we're getting to. You are coming to a very happy time. Although Sun in Virgo is very analytical, you're gonna every love interest that is coming in your life, you're gonna overanalyze that, and you're gonna go through it very practically. Who is coming to your life, why are they coming? And you have gone through a Jupiter cycle of understanding what you want in a partner, what you want in a business partner even. So when this creative energy and the love energy comes to its peak with Sun moving there as well, you are coming in with full awareness, ready to manifest something very significant in your creativity sector, in your love sector. At the very least, it's a very happy time with your children if you already have children. Otherwise, it's a happy time with your creativity. And Sun, as soon as it enters the sector on 23rd of August, it makes a trine on 26th of August with Saturn and Uranus forming a grand earth trine involving you directly, because Sun is in your fifth sector of joy, of creativity and of love and children. Saturn is in ninth house of your higher goals, while Uranus is sitting adding break free energy to your sign. Uranus is in your sign, so you are directly involved in this grand earth trine. Grand earth trine is an easy flow of energy between these three planets, so you see an easy flow of energy between your creativity and creating something long term and different for yourself. So you might try something new in creative field which will stick with you for a long term. So pay very attention to your creative energies. Taurans, you're very skilled with your hands. You're skilled with creating something through like an art or creating a pottery, any of those things. You are one of the signs who are blessed with it. So take advantage. I would take benefit of this creativity right now, as it can actually yield monetary gains to you, as your money house is also involved in creativity. Your second house is directly connected to your creativity house, so you have a chance to take advantage of it. This has longevity attached to it because of Saturn involved in it, and this is aspect is repeating for the third time. For now till November you have this. Saturn is in trine with Uranus, but a personal planet like Sun getting involved in it at the end of the August gives you an opportunity to manifest your piece of work, creating a great work. This energy, if you'll remember, it existed last month as well, but it was in Venus. Venus was the one which was getting touched with Saturn and Uranus. This month, Sun, your profession, your career, what you do in the world, in your fifth house of joy, is getting touched by this. So this aspect has a possibility to create something different for you, which can last for you for a long time and yield gains to you. But it's not coming alone, because it's coming with a very unique aspect which very few astrologers are talking about. There is a full moon at 3° Pisces in your 11th house of social network, which means some culmination or manifesting of some new social network, or letting go of some old friendships and creating new ones, coming to a head on 26th of August, the aspect which will last for 2 weeks after that. It's coming in opposition with Sun. When full moon is there, sun and moon are in opposition to each other. Sun is throwing its full light on your house of social networks, also business networks. Now when that happens, this comes in, this full moon comes into play with the grand trine, creating something that astrologers call kite configuration. Kite configuration is very rare. It's very fated. It normally creates an outlet of a tangible result for you, especially because a grand earth trine is connected to it. Grand earth trine usually would yield a feel easy energy, grounding energy. But it's in material signs. Material signs want to create something. So when an opposition is felt to a grand trine, there is an urge to create something. Probably a hurt from your social network, probably a rejection from your social network, probably something that your friends are doing is egging you on to create this new sculpture. It's egging you to create this new creative piece that you're looking to manifest. So look for the opposition, make use of the opposition. You have a lack of boundaries with your friends. I'm sorry to say, but that's true. It's the positive, it's the negative of it. So when you're so close to your friends' network, the energy is so fluid with your friends, some pain comes with it. And this grand trine gives you an outlet of that in a creative format to you. This is also very much indication of money inflow, as lucky houses are in trine with creative aspects. So it's pouring in probably a big wealth sector. 11th house is also for big wealth sector. So you might be creating your next fortune if you pay attention to the right energies at this time. 25th to 29th, Mercury now direct squares Jupiter. Again, good vibes. You're ending the month on a high of creativity, of romance, of happiness. Good luck to us all, Taurans. I'll see you in September when we'll talk more about love. Thank you so much.